Hi everybody, Avana Intuitive here with our weekly astrology tarot card readings for the week of February 18th, 2026. I'm just laughing because as I started to say that, I saw I see my lights are flashing behind me. I don't know, it seemed like the lights flashed in a weird way. But that being said, using the Radiant Rider Waite Smith tarot deck, and also for entertainment purposes only. So if this resonates, that's fine. And if it doesn't, that's fine too. And without further ado, we will get started. And the first up, of course, is Aries. So let's see what we have for you, Aries. Whoa, for the week of February 18th, 2026. February 18th, 2026 for Aries. Let's see what we have. We'll give these cards a couple of shuffles. I love it because Two of Wands, you're looking out to the future. You know, what can I do, right? You are holding the globe. It seems to me that many of you, not all, not every one of you, may be looking out and saying, what can I do? You get the Two of Wands, and then you get the Three of Wands, almost like you're starting to put things in order. And starting, you're this card, like you're looking to, you have the golden light around you and you're looking to see, what can I do? I'm watching my ships come in. What kind of things can I make changes on? You get this outcome card of the Five of Cups. Don't pay attention to all the things that you don't feel are working maybe for you at the moment. Turn your back and look at these beautiful cups that are still standing and see what you have to give gratitude for. If you can turn and make that strategic turn and look at the things that you have and that you have going for you, this path leads across the bridge to the castle being where you want to be, right? So you might need to make a strategic change this week or one coming up. So just keep that in mind, and there you go. All right, next up, I have Taurus. And this is Taurus for the week of February 18th, 2026. This is Taurus for the week of February 18th, 2026. Let's see what we have for Taurus for February 18th, 2026. I will tell you, Taurus, that I'm having a hard time shuffling these cards. So I don't know, there just seems to be, well, I want to say a restrictive energy around you this week. I don't know. Doesn't have to be. Two of Wands, looking and deciding where are you going, right? Much of your life is solid and it's, fine. But there are, of course, like all of us, a few things that you're looking, where's my next step? Where am I going, right? I feel like you have everything, like the whole world of possibilities is open for you. You then get this Ten of Swords. This is like, I like this card here because this is the card that's going to allow you to say, you know what? I don't want to be with a certain group of people maybe, or with a certain situation or a certain event. I know I've been stabbed in the back in the past, and you're using that as part of what's guiding you to move forward. The outcome card is this King of Swords, moving forward, really doing kind of an intellectual thought process of what's the best place for me to be? Where's the best place for me to be as I move forward? Bottom of the deck card is the Seven of Pentacles. I like this because this is also a card of, again, using your mind and thinking, what works for me? What doesn't work for me? Really taking that strategic time to put that into place. I will tell you, I just glanced down, you had the King of Swords. The next card down from that bottom of the deck, Seven of Pentacles, is the King of Wands. Yeah, you have a lot of leadership ability. You know what decisions that need to be made. I almost feel like those might be bubbling up for you, those decisions. For some of you, maybe not decisions that you want to make or you haven't made them in a while, but you might want to really do like a strategy change moving forward. So there you go. And next up, we have Gemini. This is for Gemini for the week of February 18th, 2026. What do we have for Gemini for the week of February 18th, 2026? Let me see. Gemini for week of February 18th, 2026. Seven of Cups, you're spoiled for choice, right? You have to make a decision on something, but you might not have all the information and you want to really sit back. I'm getting a feeling that you might want to sit back and wait a little bit until things become clearer. The King of Cups, this is also a card. I like this. He's sitting here waiting, right? He's sitting here riding the waves, knowing that when what he sees, when the options he sees come up, then he can move forward. So I like that. This Ace of Pentacles, I hear that this is a new fertile beginning, and I hear in two ways. One, because of the decisions that you may be making moving forward, but also because you are employing a different strategy now. right? You're not just like willy-nilly, I just have to pick something. You're able to step back and really let things fall into place for you and assess situations. And I like that for you, Gemini. So there we go. That's what I have for Gemini. This is for Cancer. Cancer for the week of February 18th, 2026. February 18th, 2026. I'm saying February. I know it's February, and I'm thinking May. Don't know why I'm thinking that, but I thought, I'm like, why did I just say May? And I'm like, I didn't. And I'm looking at the date. It says February 18th. So, all right. So here we go. This is for Cancer for February 18th, 2026. The Justice card, right? Balance, truth, having decisions made in your favor. I love that. A new beginning, right? Trusting the universe as you move forward. And then this outcome card, I get like a Two of Swords. You're still not maybe feeling like you're getting all the information, and you kind of have your arms up with your swords, like still protecting your heart, right? You don't, I'm getting you don't have to. Yes, absolutely you should. I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand what I'm saying here, but you know, opening up a little bit isn't like a bad thing, because I really get, my attention gets back drawn to this Justice card of things will be balanced, things will be looked at fairly for you. So if you are ready to move forward on something, of course you have to do it judiciously, and you have to do it, you know, balancing, just like Justice, balancing all the facts, but knowing that it's okay to step forward in some areas that you're not ready to move forward in. You're going to be just fine. All right, Leo, this is for Leo for the week of February 18th, 2026. Leo for the week of February 18th, 2026. Let's see what we get for Leo. All my Leo friends out there. That card just fell out. I'm going to keep it. I do not know what it is. It fell out. Here we go. It's a nice card. This is the card that fell out, Knight of Pentacles, right? Really, I feel like even if you are not in your backyard enjoying the fruits of your labor, in your heart and your mind, you are. Like, you know, the power of your decisions, the power of your divinity. And I just feel like many of you are just taking that in and knowing that, yes, there's chaos around me, but I know that I can go back and relax in myself, into my meditation, into my home. Even if you're at work, it seems like many of you can take your mind and your energy and just feel the calm. The Five of Pentacles, this is, you know, like, yeah, I feel like this is you. You're the Five of Pentacles, right? You know that there's chaos out there. You know there's issues. You do your best to help those, you know, to help people, to help animals, but you are like that calm where you can be like, yep, I get it. I know there's things going on in the world, in my life, in the outer realms of things, but I, again, am calm. And oh, here we go. Six of Pentacles. Balance, right? Here you are helping people when you can. So you know what? I just feel like, Leo, you're just doing the things you can do to help people. You're remaining in balance because you know if you remain in balance, then you can provide that balance for others when needed and when you are able to give it. So there you go. All right, next up is Virgo. This is Virgo for the week of February 18th, 2026. See what we have for Virgo for the week of February 18th, 2026. Virgo. Here we go. I'm going to shuffle these cards a little bit more. Seven of Wands. Kind of having to stick up for ourselves. As you know, I'm a Virgo. Kind of sticking up for ourselves this week. Maybe sticking up for our ideology, what we believe in. Maybe feeling like we have to, even if we don't necessarily physically have to, like with a group of people or something, but feeling like, you know what, I just heard keeping our walk straight, right? Not going with the crowd or going with other options that we maybe don't feel comfortable with. We might not make that verbally known, but on the inside, keeping our walk straight. Three of Cups, my favorite card in the deck. I hear like, it's almost like the spirit guides and everybody are like, yes, keep your walk straight, be true to yourself. And also the outcome being Temperance, which is it brings the balance that we need. You know, at the beginning of the week or during this week, we may come up with something, some people, some ideas, whatever, that maybe don't fit well with us, but knowing that we can just follow our inner truth is what I just heard. So there we go. And I did have a card. Here we go. I had a card that flipped around in the deck. I'm flipping that back. All right, here we go. Now, next up is Libra. Let's see what we have for Libra for the week of February 18th, 2026. What do we have for Libra? Libra for February 18th, 2026. I just heard just shuffle 3 times and don't keep shuffling. That's what I'm doing. Devil card. Whoop, let me cover that up. Devil card. Here we go. Lifting, but I hear feeling restricted, but able to lift those restrictions, right? I don't think there's almost any restrictions that we can't lift if we don't find people to help us. You know, we may need to find that professional help or whatever, but doing that, and if we need to, and lifting those, taking a long, hard look at the restrictions that even if it's like something like smoking or, you know, whatever, being in a situation or group we don't want to be with, whatever, but being able to lift those restrictions. 2 of Cups comes up, which I love, because like meeting people that are in, like I just heard, in the same boat or with us, that can also help us to lift those restrictions. This would, you know, kind of reminds me that there might be a therapist involved, you know, a physician, whatever, some health professional. That's fine, no big deal. And then this Page of Wands, I feel like having this new fire in our belly this week, like saying, you know what, I can do that. I'm starting on the path. You know, if you so choose, of course, you have free will, but having that extra fire in the belly. Bottom of the deck card is this High Priestess card, almost like I hear that for some Libras, the that curtain gets drawn back, and you can kind of see a truth about yourself or about someone else or about, again, an event or situation that allows that new beginning to take place. So there we go. And now we have Scorpio. This is Scorpio for the week of February 18th, 2026. This is Scorpio. I'm going to shuffle for Scorpio for the week of February 18th, 2026. February 18th, 2026. Okay, there we go. 2 of Wands, looking forward to the future. I just hear like, I get like a youthful, like energetic, yeah, I'm looking forward to making some changes and starting to make those changes or moving forward on the changes that you made. The Empress card, fertile, right? Great ideas, fertile with words. I heard some of you might be speaking, doing a speaking engagement or something where you're fertile with words. You're coming out, you have that unending like love, that unconditional love, the growth, you know, you're putting things out there that allow others to grow. And you have this Empress card. You also then get the Queen of Wands. This is knowing who you are, having that mental, like, you know, knowing who you are mentally, but also the intuition, the heart, that I get that heart-mind coherence coming through. Really a very strong week for you, Scorpio, if, you know, for many of you, to move forward and to get your message out and to really start doing, you know, if you just to keep going or to start doing what you feel is like creative in your heart, but still intellectual. So I love that. All right, next up is Sagittarius. What do we have for Sagittarius for the week of February 18th, 2026? What do we have for Sagittarius for the week of February 18th, 2026? Gotta keep shuffling. One more. All right. The 2 of Pentacles, juggling, right? Doing your to-do list, juggling, keeping those balls in the air, and happy to do it, right? But I get the feeling too that, like, I get the feeling, this is the first time I've seen this card, and I'm looking like at this concrete, right? Like the concrete is getting harder to keep coming down with your feet on that concrete, like that juggling. It's getting harder and harder. Still can do it, still will do it, right? Still keep up with a to-do list. But it seems like something, it's just, you just are getting an awareness that it's just harder and harder to do. And it might be coming to an end, or some things might be coming to an end. King of Swords, just because you're ending them, because you're just like having enough. King of Swords, really taking a look, and I'm seeing this blade, this sword, cutting things out that you no longer need to do, even if you feel like you need to do them, taking a look at things. Why? Because here you are, taking a look at things, right? Cutting things out. You know, you're watching your ships come in. Like, you know, is the effort that I'm putting in, am I getting that back out? Might be time to, and I'm hearing that that might be too for like altruistic things. Like, for instance, if you volunteer or volunteer at a charity or volunteer at a nonprofit, it might be time to cut back on some of that stuff. I don't know. Only you know that. But I'm getting like, it's like, I'm just getting like a juxtaposition of, well, I don't want to cut out the things like where I'm helping people, but it might be time to do some of that. I don't know. Only you know. So there you go. All right. Now we are at Capricorn. This is Capricorn for the week of February 18th, 2026. It's good to see everybody. I see my lights. I have my lights on a different setting here behind me, so they're flashing and doing all kinds of things, which I'm not used to. So, but here we go, Capricorn for the week of February 18th, 2026. Here we go, February 18th, 2026. Couple more shuffles. All right, that's it now. Eight of Swords. Kind of feeling like the martyr, kind of holding yourself back when you really don't need to. So, you know, there might be something that you can do to move forward in an area, not in every area of your life, but in one that maybe you've been kind of holding back on. It might be time to move forward. I feel like when you do cut the ties, when you cut some of this bondage off, things start to move forward quickly and in a very focused way on whatever that change is. Seven of Swords, this to me is my strategy change card. Changing things for the better, but it's hard, it's scary, right? This guy has gone in to like steal the enemy's swords, so it's hard to do that. But you know, if you can do it and you get away with it, right? You do it, you do it, and it's successful. Then the battle is going to be so much easier because they're not going to have all their swords, right? So, but it's still, he's looking back, you know, like he's looking back, like, is anyone following me? And, you know, I'm running this way, but I'm looking back. And so I just feel like there's something maybe tugging at you this week that you need to get done, you need to change, but it helps you to, you know, get this some bondage off. And the bottom of the deck card, I will tell you, is the Fool card. This is a card of new beginnings and kind of having some faith in the universe as you take that leap off where you're like, oh, I don't know, but you know what? But you know, you do your best, right? We all make. We study something, we look at it, we play it out in our mind, a couple of different chess games, you know, we play that chess game, like, well, if I do this move or that move, but so we have some thought process. It's not just willy-nilly. So, but it just might be time to make some changes on some things that you, I'm hearing like getting deep now into those changes. So, all right, here we go. We have Aquarius. This is Aquarius for the week of February 18th, 2026. This is Aquarius for the week of February 18th, 2026. Let's see what we have for Aquarius. You start off coming in with leadership energy, right? You're like, yeah, I'm the leader. I got this. I love that. You also get this Three of Pentacles. People are watching you, right? You have like the community behind you. And then the Ace of Wands, like a fertile new beginning. I mean, Aquarius, I really feel like this week is a week of like, maybe you hear about some funding or a grant or something. I don't know, or you apply for one. It just seems like a good time to look at like community projects, things that you can do for your family, for the community, whatever. And it looks like it might be a really good time. The bottom of the deck card, to apply or to receive something, maybe even receive an award or get, you know what, it's maybe not getting the award, but getting notified that you're going to receive the award for something. Two of Cups, I love this because you are seeing eye to eye with people. This is the bottom of the deck energy. It really is a week. It really may be for you, only you know, moving forward and really getting some recognition, which I really love that. Getting a lot of recognition for some of the good things that you've been doing in the community or in your field to help others. All right, and now we have Pisces. This is Pisces for the week of February 18th, 2026. February 18th, 2026. Let's see what we have for Pisces. giving everything a good shuffle. Seven of Pentacles, sitting here like contemplating, doing thought. What can I cut out? What do I not need? You know, really, this seems like I just hear this is the time of the year, I think, for a lot of us to really, before we start into these springtime months and really start to like birth our new projects, really see what can we cut out, right? And what can we nurture? Knight of Cups coming in strong. You're coming in, I hear, not only getting good information, but giving good information. This is like one of the first times I've actually seen this card is like, as that being you passing out the good information, right? You've won this award. We're going to fund you or give you a grant. Like you delivering that information. But you may also be on the receiving end of it. So I love that. Really good energy. I just hear like good interchange of energy. Ace of Swords, having some really good ideas and moving forward with those. And I just heard it cutting out all the extra stuff, right? With this sword, cutting out all the extra stuff. The bottom of the deck card is the Chariot. I feel like you are able to pull like opposite entities together, opposite ideas, opposite whatever it is, pull things together, and like you're leaving town in the sense of like you're leaving now to move forward and to start a new like this spring, really some new things coming up for you that you have actually put in motion. I love it. Oh, very strong. Okay, that's it, my friends. I will be back tomorrow. Today, this is Wednesday. I will be back tomorrow on Thursday with my weekly energy readings, and on Friday with my weekend energy readings, both readings with a 3-card pick. All right, my friends, you know I love doing this. I love seeing you. Thank you for stopping by, leaving a comment. Really appreciate it. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And with that, namaste.